I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. This is your San Francisco Giants postgame recap down here at Momo's, right across the street from Oracle Park. Wednesday afternoon, the Giants fall to the New York Mets in 12 innings, 6-2. The game went 12 innings. The Giants had a 1-0 lead going into the top of the ninth inning, and then it was going into the contest, and then Trevor McGee ended up hitting Pete Alonso with a 1-ball, 2-strike count, which really set up that inning. They set up for that tie in the top of the ninth inning, and with a hit batsman, and then after that, though, it was with one out. They end up had that courtesy, and then the Mets scored a sacrifice fly by J.D. Davis to score Pete Alonso to tie the game at 1-1, and then after that, it stayed that way, and then the Mets went ahead in the 10th inning on a base hit. That was on a base hit, and then the Giants scored on a base hit on their courtesy run by Tommy Lestad. They tied it, but then the Giants had chances in the contest. In fact, they were 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position, and they only ended up getting 2 runs out of that ordeal. So, looking at the numbers, Anthony DeScalfani left the game with a right ankle discomfort, and he only went 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, walked 1 with 1 strikeout. And then it was a bullpen game. It was Alvarez, then it was Littell, Garcia, Leon, McGee, who got only just his 4th blown save of the season, Watson, and Chatwood. And Chatwood gave up that big 3-run homer to former Giant Kevin Pillar, who was the 2019 Willie Mack Award winner. That put the Mets ahead 5-2. They scored another one, made it 6-2. And the Mets were able to come out of there to salvage the final game of this 3-game series, and more importantly, in a 5-game losing streak against as well, to stay afloat in that tight race in the National League East behind both the Braves and Phillies. And as for the Giants, they will not lose ground on the Padres. The Padres, who lost to the Rockies, were swept by Colorado. They still remain 12 games up on the Padres, which the main focus will be the Dodgers from this point forward. They will be playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, and as we're doing this taping, and the scores of that are unavailable at press time. But back to the game on Wednesday, Giants final totals: Mets 10 runs, no hits, 10 hits, no errors, left 10 on base. Giants 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors, they left 10 on base. Jeremy Familia gets the win. His record improves to 7-3. The loss goes to Tyler Chatwood. His record falls to 0-1 in the net since going to the Giants. His overall record, by the way, is 1-3. No save in the contest. Home run, the only home run in the contest, by Kevin Pillar, his 10th of the season. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 2 minutes before a paid crowd of 25,360. And the stat of the only... And Alex Dickerson went 2 for 3 with a run scored. Giants lineup between 3 through 7, 0 for 22 with 3 walked 3, reached base 3 times on base on balls, and no RBIs. So the Giants fall to 78-43. The Mets are back at 500 at 60-60. Giants will have an off day on Thursday. Then they're back in action to take on the Oakland A's out at the Coliseum in Oakland for the Battle of the Bay. Giants and the A's, first of 3 games. It will be Alex Wood to be the stopper for San Francisco versus a starter to be named, to be determined. First pitch is at 6:40. Catch the action on KBR 680 104.5 on NBC Sports Bay Area and NBC Sports California. Calling the game for the Giants will be John Miller and David Fleming for the Giants. And on the A's will be Ray Fosse and former Oakland, or correction, it will be Glenn Kuiper and Dallas Braden. On the radio will be Ken Korak and Vince Cotroneo for the A's. The Giants then will begin that road trip. Will be out of the Bay Area next weekend. Next week they'll try to take on the Mets and the Braves. Then they're back in action for home on August the 30th when they take on the Milwaukee Brewers for 4. Then they'll wrap it up against the Dodgers on Labor Day weekend for a big 3-game series. Get your tickets at sfgiants.com for that and for more information on Giants baseball. Once again, the final score: Mets over the Giants. At the Mets salvaged the final game of the 3-game series. Mets 6, Giants 2 in 12 innings. From Momo's across the street here by the ballpark, I'm Brian Professor B. Davis for your San Francisco Giants post-game recap.